Mein Freunden, and willkommen in der Bitchin' Kitchen. Hi, I'm your wicked Uncle Squinty, and today we are looking at a Schmalzler. Not just any Schmalzler. This is Poschl's Schmalzler A. Brasil, which I received as a gift from my good friend Alexander, who is better known here on YouTube as Heersworm. I don't know what Heersworm means, but probably has something to do with his genitals. I don't know. So today we're looking at a very special Schmalzler from Poschl. This is called Poschl's Schmalzler A. Brasil. Now, Brasil does not mean it comes from Brazil, but what it means is that it has a little bit of the oil of a tree called a Brasil or Brasil fir tree, like the Columbia fir. It provides a very special aroma and a cooling sensation in this Schmalzler. Notice I'm not calling it snuff, because the Germans themselves draw a distinction. In a German tobacco shop, you are likely to find three different things to put up your nose. The first thing you will find is snuff, which they call Schnupftabak. Schnupftabak is finely milled tobacco, typically with some kind of scent, and it's what we call snuff, Schnupftabak. Now they also sell something called Schnuffpulver. And Schnuffpulver is a non-tobacco sniffing powder, typically made with Traubenzucker, or grape sugar, with some kind of mint or menthol scent added to it. Sometimes fruit scents, but it's typically going to be a mint or a menthol. Really good for cleaning out the nose, opening things up when you don't want tobacco. Finally, there is something that is uniquely Teutonic, uniquely German, and that is Schmalzler. Now, Schmalzler is made with a tobacco that has been fermented using a time-honored process, which gives it, for want of a better term, the smell of fermented or dried fruits. Why Schmalzler? Well, it's because back in the old days, this tobacco product used to be moistened, greased with schmaltz, animal fat, typically chicken fat or pork fat. Well, you can imagine the problems you'd have with storage of something like that, right? It'd go rancid pretty quickly. So nowadays, they don't use animal fat. They gefet, or fat, the Schmalzler, using food-grade mineral oil. So even if you're a vegan, you can enjoy a Schmalzler. And this is a good one to enjoy. Opening up the packet pouch, you do get a lovely, fermenty, dried fruit scent out of this. I'm smelling raisins, fig, and maybe even a little bit of plum or something else that I can't quite identify. There's also just a hint of smoke and a kind of a rare bottom, or top note I should say, lent by the Brasil oil, which I know in my nose will have a cooling effect similar to, but not quite as pronounced as menthol. The consistency is fluffy, 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 fluffy. It's a very finely milled powder that has been, as I said, gefetted or greased with a little bit of food-grade mineral oil. Now, when you take a Schmalzler, the biggest problem you're going to have is that it does have a tendency to want to fall right back out of your nose. I've got my wrinkly paper towel handy here because I left all my handkerchiefs down in the laundry room. And so let's try it. As they say in German, cheers, ein Prosit. Ein Prosit. It takes a little stronger suction to get that up into your nose. Right away you get the tingle and the cooling from the Brasil oil. Oh, that's lovely. You know, for me, fall is the time of year, fall, early winter. That's when you want to use Schmalzler. As the stuff warms up in your nose and then you go out in that cool air, all kinds of aromas just blossom. And it's fantastic. Yes, I'm getting the fermented fruit smell, a hint of smoke, and something else from the Brasil. It's really amazing. It really is good. On the squinty scale, where 1 is disgusting and 5 is delicious, this is a 5. How's the nicotine? Not so much. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is no nicotine at all and 10 is hold my hand, mommy, I'm dying, this is going to be a 4, maybe a 3, 4, something like that. Not very strong in nicotine, but that's okay, because you're going to want to use huge bumps of this, and you're going to want to use a lot of it. It's that pleasant. Like I said, it's 5 out of 5 on my scale, and I think you'll find it to be pleasant too. Now, is Poschl the only manufacturer of Schmalzlers? Oh, no, 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 Grasshopper. There is Josef Sternecker. Josef Sternecker makes a couple of beautiful Schmalzlers. And of course, there's Bernard's. Problem with Bernard's is you can only get them in the small tap boxes. They don't sell big pouches like this. Well, they do, but it's really expensive per gram to buy them that way. And you have to buy them directly from Bernard's. They're not available in tobacco stores. But the Poschl products are available at mrsnuff.com, snuffstore.co.uk, and I'm sure that if you're in Germany or elsewhere in Europe, you can probably find this in your local tobacco store. Why not? Yeah, I love this. This was a gift. I didn't buy this. This is a gift from my friend Hirschberm, Alexander in Germany. And I appreciate the gift. Thank you so much. Again, on the squinty scale, 5 out of 5. I tell you what, if you've never tried a Schmalzler, if you're a beginning snuffer and you've never dove into a bag of Schmalzler, you really ought to try it. It's wonderful. Now, I will warn you, especially if you expose your nostrils to cool air after using this, it's going to make your nose juicy. Produces a lot of mucus, a lot of snot, and the forward drip can be impressive. And if you're not careful, you'll end up with dark brown snotterfalls coming out of your nostrils and giving you a little Hitler mustache. That's why you keep a handkerchief handy. But the other thing that you should know is that it produces a lot of back drip as well. Now, fortunately, the back drip is sweet, smoky, and not at all irritating. In fact, the back drip is part of the pleasure. It's not bad at all, and I think you'll really enjoy these Schmalzlers if you try them. So once again, this is Poschl's Schmalzler A Brasil, a gift, but again, you can buy this on mrsnuff.com or snuffstore.co.uk. From the Bitchin' Kitchen, I am your wicked Onkel Squinty, Paul, and as always, prosit. Thank you for watching. I hope I was on camera. If I'm not, I'm sure one of you nice folks will tell me, right? Oh, it's so good. Coffee and Schmalzler. A marriage made in heaven.
I love my Schmalzler. I really love my Schmalzler. Do you love Schmalzler? Would you like to sniff my Schmalzler, Schatzi? Oh yes, I know you would. I wonder sometimes if like they use Schmalzler during the mating rituals that they have so famously in Germany out in the Schwarzwald. But I don't know.